Hey guys, 50 plus here, guys and gals. All right, this isn't going to start off very well, but I'm not, as you can tell by the backdrop, I am not in the hotel anymore. Okay, so Friday was my DMV test day. By the way, today is Monday. I'm loading this video. So we're going to go back to Friday. Friday, of course, was my test day, and I'm a pretty focused guy, so I focused on the pre-trip and the air brake test and all that stuff that you're supposed to do before you start the backing process of the test. And then after the backing, you have to do the road test. So I first, uh, the way it works is, well, let me just get through my part first, okay? I may make another video. I'm gonna make another video on the entire process, okay? And I'll do that either tonight or tomorrow, but you'll have it tomorrow, okay? But I've had a rigorous last few days, so I'm gonna make this one for you, and then tomorrow you'll get the skivvy, okay? So I I did the I picked A for my test, which means I had to do the front portion of the truck for my DMV inspection, and then the air brake, and and you'll do the coupling system. That's just a part of it. You got to do those, okay? And I just banged those, man. I can do that with my eyes closed. That's nothing. I aced it. Didn't miss a single lick. I mean, I can just right now sitting here blur out the verbiage without, you know, from from the front to the back. So I blowed it out of the way. So then you do if you once you pass the those portions, then you go to the backing. You got to do straight line, offset, and parallel. Banged it like I can do that with my eyes closed. Again, don't you guys get it in your head that backing is going to be an issue for you, because it's not. It's not. Don't let anybody tell you that. That's just bullshit. They just can't drive, or something is going wrong. But again, there's a guy there. His name is Charlie, and he's an instructor. And Charlie gonna get you parking, brother. Trust me. You just do what he tell you, and practice, and you're gonna get it. And if it's not working for you, he's gonna come up with another way, but you're gonna get it. So anyways, I passed that, and then it was time for the road test, and I did great, you know. The first mile or two, and all hell broke loose, man. Let me tell you, what happened was I was going up a grade, and I was in eighth gear, going up the grade, and over the grade you start going back down again. Okay, so the first thing that happened was the driving inspector asked me what's the speed limit. I said 30 miles an hour. Why? Because I knew they was going to ask me if we were paying attention to the street signs. So I knew exactly what it was, and I said, 30 miles an hour. So he says, what's the speed limit? A second time, and I go, 30 miles an hour. And he says, what's the speed limit? And then the light bulb popped on. I looked at the speedometer and I'm doing 35 miles an hour. Oh shit. And I'm in eighth gear, right? So I'm going, oh shit. And immediately my heart starts pounding in my chest. I'm going, fuck, man. That could be an immediate fail because I'm speeding. And so I got off the accelerator and I started slowing down. And I'm still going up the grade, okay? That's going to make a difference with what I'm telling you. The grade, it makes a difference. And so I started backing down so that I can start downshifting. I downshifted to seventh, and by this time I'm about to go over the rise on the downgrade, and I'm in seventh gear. And as I started the downgrade, I really needed to get to fifth gear. Okay, I needed to go down to fifth gear before I made it to the bottom of that downgrade because there's a stop sign there. Okay, so I tried to go from seventh gear down to sixth gear, and as I made it over the rise, the truck began to pick up speed, because it's rolling. And I got a thing between gear, trying to go into sixth gear, but I'm accelerating it. The truck's moving faster, so I can't get the gear. So now I'm coasting, which is illegal. In Texas, you cannot coast in Texas. And I coasted about 3 lengths of the truck, trying to get the thing in gear. And I finally I came to a stop and then found the gear. And then I went to the stop sign. Now I already knew I was screwed. Okay. So at the bottom, he says, "Hey, don't worry. Let's regroup and go ahead and go straight." And I was going, "Oh man, the guy's helping me out here. He's not trying to fail me." So as I went across the intersection to an immediate another stop, and it was an intersection that I hadn't seen, and you have to make a sight maneuver there. It's a blind road, and there's a special maneuver you have to make to be able to see that. And we didn't practice that. I had no idea what to do, and I was just screwed. And the instructor says, or the tester says, by the way, I'll talk to you about who your testers are, but the tester says, you need to pull out. And I said, I can't. He says, well, you have to pull out. And I said, it's unsafe. I can't. I would rather fail this test than to pull out. And he says, pull out and make this. He talked me through the maneuver, and I did it, and I could see. And I said, now I can see I'll pull out, but I knew that I had failed at that point. So I went on across the road. He asked me to pull over, and that means you failed. He says, let's switch seats. So that means I failed. And he drove us back, and we talked as he was driving, and he gave me a lot of other pointers along the way. Okay, and again, this was Friday, and you guys know I have another business, and my boys are running, and they're doing a pretty good job, but I kind of, as they're learning the independence, I don't want to be all the way detached. So my intention was to pass and come home for the weekend. I don't have to be in Lancaster until Wednesday, okay, which would be 2 days from today. So I would have a good little bit of time off. So I was kind of thinking about that. There's a lot of things on my mind when I made the first boo-boo. So I just drew a blank, and I shit my pants. It's just the bottom line. And I failed the test. So we on our way back, he's giving me these pointers, and everything he's saying, the light bulbs are just coming on. And she's thinking, well, why didn't you know these things? And I'll talk to you about that in just a little bit, okay? So after the test, I got in my car and I drove back home, and I spent the weekend, working with my boys, and I drove back at um, this morning. So I drove all the way on Monday morning. I'm sorry, I retract that. Um, it was Sunday morning. My days are kind of screwed up. I had to go back Sunday because if you fail, you can't just go immediately take the test again. You have to get some instruction. So I had to go back on Sunday. That's what, and then I spent the night there on last night and Sunday night. So Sunday I did another road test with a different teacher, and I mean this lady, and the instructions are really good. Okay, and she really pointed out some really good stuff on when you should shift, when you should downgrade, when you should downshift, and how to handle those grades a little better. And then today, this morning, um, I went again to take my test and freaking banged that shit out. Banged it out. Boom. Cakewalk. Right through it. I was first at 7:30. I was driving at 8 o'clock. I was on the highway coming home with my paper. Boom. Signed off, ready to go. Okay, because it took a little longer than I wanted. I'm going to go to Lancaster to the next phase, which is orientation. I won't go until next week on Monday. Okay, so tomorrow I'll upload a video that's going to wrap up the school. Okay, and the training. It's going to be a little lengthy. Right now we're at 12 minutes. I'll try to keep them down to about 15. Tomorrow's video is going to be a little longer. Have your pen and paper ready. And excuse me, boy. I'm going to go from the beginning to the end and just kind of sum up the school, and what it's all about. And yeah, I screwed the pooch, but I came back. And it didn't strike me out, brother. I swung at strike one. Strike two went over the fence. Gone. Home run. So we are moving on to the next phase, which is orientation. It's going to be 3 days in Lancaster. And again, we're going to go through that as well. I'll let you know what those days are about. Again, we should have 2 people per room. And, I really don't like to make those videos while my roommate is in the room because it's just rude. I believe it's rude, okay? Maybe you don't. I think it is. Okay, so, but I still will upload them. I just may do it in the car or something like that where I don't disturb anybody. But tomorrow I'll let you guys know about why I wasn't completely successful the first time. First off, I don't blame anyone for any of my failures but myself. That's number one. And if you are going to grow up to be an adult, then you need to be responsible for, as an adult, you're responsible for your own screw-ups, okay? It's nobody else's fault that you are what you are, you've done what you've done, whatever. That's just how it is. I failed, but I accepted it, and I regrouped, and I got her done, okay? So my plan is, okay, I got less than a minute now. Okay, so my plan is they sign you off. They don't give you anything to take to the DMV, but they put it in the system. And 24 hours after you've passed, you can go to the DMV and they'll see it. Okay, so my goal is tomorrow to go to the DMV and take. I'm going to take doubles and triples tomorrow, endorsement, and on Thursday probably I'll take tanker and or hazmat. It's probably gonna be hazmat because I'm not aware that Swift does tanker, but I definitely want to get 2 of my endorsements done before I go to Lancaster. Then I'm going to go to Lancaster and I'm going to find out about the mentor thing. And if there's time in between the time that I leave with the mentor, then I'll go to the DMV and take the third one before I leave out. That one I'll have to take in Lancaster. So I'm going to drive to Lancaster just like I did to school. Okay, so 15 minutes and a half, so I ran over for 35 seconds. Okay, appreciate you guys, and as usual,